Obedience. July 10, 2014. Beloved ones, let us have discourse on the quality of love called obedience. Obedience deals with all of life, but it also encompasses all of being human, both inside and out. Obedience is far more profound than simply refraining from transgressions against others. It also has to do with submitting one's values, emotions, and heart to the divine guidance that speaks within them. It requires that each individual love the Creator with all their heart, and with all their soul and with their mind. The Creator designed life to be lived a certain way. When an individual follows this way, life works better for them. Individuals pursuing spiritual growth feel as though they have come alive when they see that the Creator speaks to their emotional, personal, and relational lives as well as to their spiritual lives. Obedience in aligning to the universal laws leads to good things for each individual as they travel down the spiritual path of life, and they reap many benefits because they choose to obey these universal laws. Obedience means to be Creator-directed, not self-directed, and it is central to spiritual growth. Each individual knows they are safe when they are acting on the will of the Creator, even though it does not mean being always comfortable, and even though it does not mean always smooth sailing. They still put their faith and trust in the guidance being shown to them. When they follow the spiritual life, they look upon this obedience of responsibility and duty as a divine opportunity for growth and expansion. It is a conscious recognition of a higher life, a higher reality, and a higher dimension that they aspire to, which represents the achievement of true knowledge. They walk along the path of truth, light, and beauty. When they obey the higher principles, the higher law, they come to realize that they are living eternally in the eternal now. From the spiritual point of view, obedience in an individual means their self-giving to the illumined consciousness of the Creator. The individual consciousness, one's personal consciousness that individuals embody, can be limited, but the individual can still offer their personal life to something that is universal in scope, and as they do this, the limitation becomes universal and unlimited. They understand that they are a divine spark of light in an unending ocean of divine potential, and that if they are in need, their need will be fulfilled from the oneness of this vast ocean of infinite potential. Even if the individual does not have the proper knowledge, attitude, or skill, if they obey the guidance within them, it will enable them to attain the knowledge they need to fulfill the purpose of their life and how to attain it, sometimes against all odds. When each individual employs spiritual obedience, they are safe from the dangers in life. Their spiritual guidance knows ahead of time the danger they will pass through in life and how to warn them and rescue them from it. Listening obediently to this guidance helps them to live a life filled with grace and unexpected miracles. Their lives flow in harmony, peace, safety, and with happy experiences. Obedience is a spiritual discipline. It is training for the mind. It builds up character. It teaches individuals self-restraint and humility, and the art of listening to the still small voice of conscience that is within them, which reminds them to stay in their own highest integrity when the temptation to stray from it presents itself. They strive to develop the possibilities of the spiritual gifts within them that seem to blossom forth when they adhere to their inner obedience to the universal laws. What remains essential to the delivery of the Creator's love on earth in these times is humanity's free will choice to listen and obey. The still small voice within them guides each individual to enjoy a more meaningful and useful life. People need a sense of useful purpose. They need to work with the angels doing heaven's work, making miracles and accomplishing wonders. Each individual is called to do beautiful things for others, and the sense of joy fills and floods the hearts of those who follow and obey that still small voice which prompts them to act on their loving impulses. This obedience in turn causes a lightness of heart within them and within those who are on the receiving end. Let each individual live boldly, rich in love and joy. Let them surf the waves of divine love impulse to ever higher levels of joy. Through this quality of love called obedience, the loving energy they send out to others returns from all directions, building strength, bliss, and empowerment within. I take my leave, calling each member of the human family to live in obedience to the promptings of divine love impulses that arise from within their own divinity. I am Archangel Gabriel. Channeled by Marlene Switless-Sultana, Keeper of the Symphonies of Grace. www.therainbowscribe.com www.movingintoluminosity.com